What's up, YouTube? It's Tuesday. I'm Laura, and you're watching Atomic News TV. Oh my gosh, you guys, so much in the news right now. Welcome to everybody that's here tonight. I just want to say a quick congratulations to Patriot Dude 1968 and Cindy. Those are the two people that won the giveaway that I was doing of the Trump dolls. Only yours is new and not old like mine is. Yours has fresh, perfect golden hair. So I've already contacted those people to get their addresses so I can mail those Trump dolls to them. I'm also sending one to my moderator, TKO, because she's awesome. She's always here, and I know she'll be here in a few minutes. She's not here yet, but she'll be here. And she's awesome. And I know you guys are going to say, well, what about Mr. Atomic? But let me tell you, Mr. Atomic doesn't care about a Trump doll. So I'm not giving a Trump doll to Mr. Atomic, but he does deserve one. So if you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and then hit that bell icon. That way you can get notified anytime I do a live stream or upload a video. I do upload footage content almost every day, if not like 5 times in a day. Hey, Let's Be Frank is in the house, you guys. If you are not subscribed to Let's Be Frank, make sure you go subscribe to Let's Be Frank after this live stream because he rocks, okay? He doesn't just talk about the same things I do. He talks about everything going on in politics. So if you like political videos, he's definitely your go-to. So you guys make sure as we go through the night, if you want me to see something in the chat room, you have to do one of 2 things. You can either do the @Atomic News and then type in whatever it is you want to see so it highlights to me, or you can do a super chat. It's that little $sign where you guys are chatting. If you want to make a little donation, if you're feeling frisky, that's great. If not, that's okay too. You're still welcome here. Either way, thank you for supporting my channel, for either being here or super chatting. So let's get into it. You guys, I did type in the link to an article that I'm going to talk about later today. I'm going to put it back in just so you guys don't miss it. It's there in the chat. That is an article we're going to talk about in just a few minutes. An important article. But first, let's just talk about the big news for today. Okay, the Democrats and the impeachment. Or the inquiry into the impeachment of Donald Trump. All right, so at first I was like, good luck with that. Let me know how that works out for you. In fact, one of my coworkers, who I absolutely adore, she's a sweetheart. She comes in, she's total Democrat, okay? She comes in today and she goes, today is a good day, but not for you. And I'm like, so-and-so, I'm not going to say her name. I love you. Because I do. Even though people have opposing opinions to the way I feel, I don't condemn them because they think differently than me. Yes, I'm very opinionated and very blunt with my thoughts, but I'm a nice person. So, and I really think she's cool. So I was like, I love you. Anyway, I want to know from you guys. Oh, hey, Snafu is in the house, you guys. That's another one you want to subscribe to, Snafu Snaps. Make sure you're subscribed to him after this live stream. Go check him out. He talks about all sorts of interesting topics. He's definitely a go-to for you guys as well. TKO is in the house. I told you she'd be here. Hey TKO, if you missed it, I told everybody that I was sending you a Trump doll too, as well as the 2 people that won the giveaway. So I announced who won that giveaway. From time to time, you guys, when I get promotional items or items like that, I will do giveaways for you guys. So I want to know, all right. Candace Owen tweeted, this is basically I'm paraphrasing, but mark this day. This is going to be a day to remember. This is the day that Democrats throw in the towel and basically lose. All right. How many of you guys think that this is a setup? Like Trump is doing this intentionally, because he did say, you want to see the transcripts to the call? Go ahead. Be my guest. So why would he be so openly generous like that and not be like, nope, like his tax returns, okay? Let's think about this for a sec. Do you think, I want to know if you guys think he's setting up the Democrats for a massive, massive embarrassment and fail, knowing that there is nothing in that transcript that he can get nailed for? If you think that he's setting them up, I want you to type 1 in the chat. If you think, no, he's got no game, put 2. All right, I want to know what you guys think. Tim says he's setting them up. Yep, Black Bar, TKO 1, 1, 1. Yes, I love you guys. I knew what you guys were gonna say. I knew what the answer was. Black Bart, snafu, you guys. Black Bart says 3 and snafu says 1.5. What does 1.5 mean? You're not sure? You guys crack me up. All right, you guys. So let's talk about that link that I typed into the chat in the very, very beginning. I'm going to put it in here one more time in case you guys missed it. Hold on. Hold up. Okay. It's a USA Today article. It's in the chat now. It's long. Okay. When I say long, I mean long. Okay. Ridiculously long. But if you guys remember when I posted that footage of me in Yuma, I think it was the end of June, when I was down there with the other Patriots, like AZ Patriots, Paloma for Trump, and there was a bunch of others. We were all down there and we did catch, hey, Nora, thank you so much for your $2 super chat. You didn't type a question or a comment. Did you have anything you want to say? Anything you want me to shout out? You can just put it in chat and I'll watch for it. So when I was down there in Yuma and we caught the footage of those people coming across, and Paloma kind of got up front with them. You guys remember that video? Like it was this whole big controversy. Nora says, hi, I didn't know you were going live. I put it in the community section yesterday. You got to watch that community section, sweetheart. I'll post it all the time. But you guys remember that video, right? If you did not see that video, you guys need to go back in my video history to June and watch the video of me in Yuma, where it says like first group of the day, Yuma, Arizona, something like that. And you can see like I think it was 4 people crossing, and Paloma gets all worked up. Okay, and I'm not going to give it away, but it was like, okay, so that incident is mentioned in this article, in this USA Today article. Okay, USA Today was there with us that whole weekend. Apparently there were many reporters that were working in various locations, but there were 2 that were assigned to Yuma to be there while all the Patriots were down there on the border that weekend in Yuma. And, they interviewed just about every Patriot of importance, let's just say. So they interviewed Jen, they interviewed Paloma, they interviewed me. And in this article, they don't mention me. I was like, hey, you have a photo in this article that I appear in. Do you think you could maybe mention my name? I tweeted USA Today and then I messaged them on Twitter and I was like, you're using my likeness, you're using my image, my photo in this article. I really think you should mention me. Otherwise, I might have a problem with it. So anyway, you can see a shot of me and Paloma. Paloma's, if you're looking at the photo, Paloma's on the right, I'm on the left, and we're behind that, like, kind of stomach high. Nora, did you just $2 super chat me again? That was so nice of you. Thank you. You can see, like, it's about stomach high to me. I'm tall, I'm 5'9". So imagine like stomach high, 5'9". It's that, crisscross barrier on the border. That's not a wall. You can just walk right over. Well, you can't walk over it. You can jump over it, or you can crawl under it. As you'll see in this video, I like literally crawl under this and you can hear me grunt because I'm like, Jesus, this is low. And but anyway, so my photo's there in USA Today. Atomic News made USA Today, but they didn't even put my name in there. I was like, dude, I'm pretty sure you have to put my name in there if you're gonna show a photo with me in it. So anyway, they talk about the incident with Paloma getting all worked up and confronting the migrants that were crossing the border at that moment. So if you keep scrolling through this really, really long article, you'll see it. All right. It's towards, I don't know, like 3/4 of the way through the article. So check it out. It's got so much info about what's going on the border. Whoa. Whoa. So if you have time, like an hour, and you're doing nothing, read the article. Okay. You can kind of scan through it and find the things that you want, but wow, it's really good. These reporters really did a good job. They were both really cool guys. They were always in our face and like videoing and taking photos, and it was cool. They were good guys. I think the article was well written, even though it's freaking long. Okay, there are 58 people in here and 32 likes. If you have not hit that like button, you guys, boom, hit the like button, dude. You're still here, so obviously you like something. All right, so let's talk about the border. We talked briefly about Trump. You all think it's a setup. I think it's a setup for the Democrats. Let's see how that rolls out. I told you about the USA Today article. It finally came out how many months later? But let's talk about Juarez, you guys. You guys know where Juarez is? It's like on the border, in the Mexican-U.S. border, but on the Mexican side, like it's closer to Texas. You guys, Juarez had a violent weekend over the weekend with over 20 killings, okay, in roughly 40 hours. Okay, so less than 2 days, 20 people were offed. Yeah, because that's how violent the border cities can be. Okay, they're not all like that, but it's an example of how violent they can be. Why do we need a border wall? Maybe because there's frequent shootouts on the border. You can literally hear it from the US side. Okay, I have not a video clip, but an audio clip. And I really wanted to make that audio clip into a video and upload it to my channel, but I couldn't figure out a way to where you could really hear it. But it's somebody, a patriot, let's just say, I won't say which one, on the border somewhere between New Mexico and Texas. And you can actually hear off in the distance, pow, 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 pow. Okay. And this person was at least 10 miles from the border, maybe, just a guesstimate. And you could hear it clear as day. Okay. So this happens all the time on the border. Why do we need a border wall? Oh, wait, border walls are ineffective. Well, guess what, guys? Every time you hear that phrase, border walls are ineffective, I want you to know
that is such fake news. You're fake news.
Okay, fake news, you guys. I love my fake news button. It's so bitchin'. I love that. Okay, anyway, let's go to Juarez. Juarez set a new homicide record over the weekend, this past weekend, with more than 20 killings in roughly 40 hours. The state attorney general's office told Mexican media outlets on Sunday. I don't even know if I'm going to say this right, but El Diario, I guess that's a newspaper or some sort of media outlet, reported that among the victims were a child whose body was discovered hours after his father was killed, and 4 men gunned down while having dinner at a South Juarez seafood restaurant in what the newspaper described as an execution. What? So these guys are having dinner at a seafood restaurant and they roll in, pow, pow, pow. That sounds like something out of like a mafia movie. Okay. The homicides, according to El Mexicano, which I assume is also another newspaper media outlet, also involved cases of torture killings, as well as a senior citizen who was robbed and then killed at his home. Other weekend murders include a man whose body was found wrapped in plastic. mafia. Okay, this is not the mafia you would think of. This is the Mexican mafia. This is the cartels right here, okay? John says Dexter shit, yeah, right? Wrapped in plastic and stuffed in a trash can outside a bar. So, yeah. It was believed to be tied to drugs, that one, okay? And what was apparently murder number 21 was recorded Sunday morning when another body was found in a trash can in a vacant lot in Southeast Juarez. This one was wrapped in a blanket, at least. There were no word of arrest so far in any of the incidents. But we don't need a border wall, right? Border walls are ineffective.
Listen, you're fake news. You're fake news.
Okay. Yeah. So that's Juarez for you. So let me just mark off. I talked to you guys about USA Today and the violent weekend in Juarez. Let's talk about Border Patrol. My favorite. Scott, thank you for your $10 super chat. Scott says Trump should double down and not only release the transcript of his phone call, he should release FISA docs and unseal indictments. Let's get this party started. Damn right, sugar. I almost God, I keep spitting. What is my problem tonight? It's like I almost hope that he just unleashes the fury right before elections. Just like bang, 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 like perfectly planned, timed incidents. There's already like 20 people at like Biden rallies or Warren rallies. Can you imagine what it's going to be like after he did something like that? Like if he did a dump like that? Oh, that would be brilliant. Oh, I would just want to pop the popcorn and sit back and watch that shiz. I'll tell you that right now. So, Border Patrol officer sees $687,000 in at Hidalgo International Bridge. I didn't want to say the word. I've already said like some bad words in this live stream and I'm probably going to get demonetized. So let's just go with that visual, okay? U.S. Customs and Border Protection, Office of Field Operations at the Hidalgo International Bridge arrested 2 Mexican citizens in connection with 2 separate failed drug smuggling attempts of worth $687,000. Due to our officers' diligence and commitment to our mission, these drugs will no longer make it into our communities, said Port Director Carlos Rodriguez, Port of Hidalgo. On September 20th, a 36-year-old male Mexican citizen driving a blue Ford Lobo pickup truck arrived at the Hidalgo Reynosa International Bridge, and a CBP officer referred him for further inspection. The secondary inspection resulted in officers discovering 30 packages of alleged weighing 72 pounds, hidden within the pickup truck. These drugs had a street value of over $560,000. The following day, at the same border crossing, a Border Patrol officer referred a 31-year-old woman from Reynosa, can't say the city, Mexico. And she was driving a silver 2013 Volkswagen Jetta for us, and they sent it to secondary inspection again. Officers inspecting the vehicle discovered 6 packages of alleged, and that weighed 16 pounds concealed within the car. These narcotics had a street value of over $127,000. In both cases, officers utilized a non-intrusive imaging system as part of the inspection. Non-intrusive? Like, why did they have to specify that? I'm just curious. Why don't they just say like X-ray or something like that? Non-intrusive. Well, what if I want intrusive imaging? What if I want an intrusive inspection of these people coming over the border? Who else agrees with that? That we should have intrusive inspections on this. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm reading a comment that says that was held for review. I'm sorry. Sometimes I spot those as they come through, and they hold for review sometimes the dumbest stuff. Like, yeah, approve. So anyway, Border Patrol seized all the narcotics, both vehicles, and arrested the two travelers involved. Travelers, I love how they call them travelers. How about drug smugglers involved in the failed drug smuggling attempts? Homeland Security agents continue with these investigations. Travelers, really? Really? Why don't we call them criminals? Because that's what they are. Let's say it the way it is. Who wrote this article? Okay, this is Border Patrol wrote this. I guess they need to be politically correct. I don't know. Anyway, so that is the first Border Patrol article that I have for you guys. I'll let you guys call in a little bit and let me know what you think of anything, whether it be like Trump or, you know, any of this border stuff. But I'll let you guys know. So moderators don't throw up the number yet. Border Patrol agents rescue. Not yet. Oh, that's my prank. That's my prank caller anyway. I can tell by the telephone number. He figured out that I'm live streaming. And so he has to sit there and try and prank call me again because he has nothing better to do with his life. He's a sad individual with no cojones. Anyway, because if he had cojones, he'd leave me a message, but he doesn't. So anyway, Border Patrol agents rescue 11 from the Rio Grande River. 11 migrants who made poor decisions. Because like I always say, migrants make poor decisions. They make bad decisions. They try and cross the Rio Grande on rafts made with pallets and dental floss, all right? And they think that shiz is going to hold together. I mean, anybody with any common sense would know it wouldn't. And they're not going to make it across. They don't judge the currents correctly. The currents look slower than they are. And migrants who don't make good decisions decide they're going to cross that river, try to cross that river, and then they don't make it, or they have a problem and they need to be rescued. And then they blame it on the US because that's how life rolls right now. Nobody has any personal responsibility for anything in life anymore. So Del Rio, Texas, Border Patrol agents assigned to the Brackettville Border Patrol Station and the Border Patrol Search, Trauma, and Rescue Team rescued 11 people stranded in the Rio Grande River September 20th. Border Patrol agents continue to warn immigrants do not make good decisions. No, I'm kidding. They continue to warn immigrants not to attempt to cross the Rio Grande River illegally. How many times do we need to say it? We could literally put signs up, and there's probably signs. We could put signs up and be like, don't cross. Don't cross. And they still would because migrants make poor decisions. So they attempted to cross it illegally. On this occasion, help arrived in time to save the lives of these individuals because sometimes they don't arrive in time, and that's how people die. Unfortunately, not every person attempting to illegally cross the Rio Grande River is so lucky, they say. You think? Border Patrol agents rescued 11 people from Honduras and El Salvador, including 5 children. So we're not only going to make poor decisions for us as adults, but we're also going to make poor decisions for the safety of our children. Feel that wall. Feel that. So it's the same person. The group entered the river shortly after midnight. Oh, let's make an even poorer decision. Let's go at night. Upon reaching an island in the river, the group found deep, fast-flowing water between them and the northern bank of the river. Responding agents cautioned the group to remain where they are and not to attempt to cross the dangerous river. Agents stayed in the area throughout the night, monitoring the safety of the group. After daylight, it says Borstar operators. I don't know what that is. I'll have to Google that. Maneuvered a vessel to the group and brought them safely to shore. The group consisted of 6 adults and 5 children, ranging from 3 to 11. I'm going to drag my 3-year-old across a dangerous river because I'm a migrant and I make poor decisions. That's how it works. The group was evaluated by Border Patrol EMTs with no injuries found or reported. All individuals will be processed according to Border Patrol guidelines. Okay, so that's 11 people. It takes a couple hours per person to process them, and Border Patrol is taken off of the line for that long. So you guys do the math. That's about a day's worth of time, right? Wasted for Border Patrol. More money, time, and resources consumed that shouldn't be going to them. Let's keep it real. So, the last article I have for you guys, and then I'll take some real phone calls, not this dude that keeps calling because he has nothing better to do with his life. Where's that article? Pilot Weekend. I think this is it. No, that's the USA Today. I had another article for you guys. Oh, here it is. Ha! See, this is easier than me making notes. You guys know I used to I still make notes sometimes, but I used to make notes, like pages of notes when I did live streams for you guys. I was like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just going to read it for you guys because it's kind of pointless for me to make all those notes when I can just read it right here. But that was before I actually had a computer and 2 phones and could do this for you guys. So, acting DHS head announces end to catch and release. And this was posted September 23rd. So, yes, this was in the last 24 hours. The Department of Homeland Security is ending the policy known as catch and release. Okay, now we've heard this multiple times. Okay, I'm going to keep this real. I would love for catch and release to end. That would make me very happy. It would probably make a lot of you very happy, but we've heard this said many times. So like I've said before, I'll believe it when I see it. And when I actually see it or have confirmation that it is truly happening with proof, I'm going to let you guys know. Okay, but let's just for shits and giggles read this. Okay, in March, the Border Patrol started releasing families directly from its custody into the U.S. with a notice to appear in court, which means nothing. The move came amid an influx of migrants' arrival from the southern border. Now, the policy is coming to an end. Acting DHS Secretary Kevin McLennan, I can never say his last name, announced the change at a Council on Foreign Relations events Monday. What we're doing with Central American families now that's ending, wait, let me read this like a grown-ass adult who can read. What we are doing with Central American families now that's ending the catch and release process is that if they don't have a fear claim, they're going to be repatriated in a streamlined fashion, or if they do have a fear or claim, asked to wait under the migrant protection protocols in Mexico, he said. So they will not be currently held in the U.S., on the U.S. side of the border, even in the family residential centers, because we are not able right now to complete an immigration proceeding while in the 21 days we have by court order. So what they're saying is we can't process them within the 24 or 21-day guideline according to U.S. law. So we're either going to make them wait in Mexico or, okay, they're not going to be released into the U.S. is what they're saying. And like I said, when I see it, I will believe it, okay? Because they flip-flop and waffle back and forth, and there's always some judge in California that tries to whip out his centimeter Peter and make a decision contradicting a change that Trump has made and said, you can't do this, and say, you can't do this. What are you guys woeing about? My centimeter Peter comment. Anyway, that's really what happens though. It's some judge in California that usually does it, or somewhere in the West Coast. We're all, liberal land. So the change takes effect next week, it says. That's next week. Okay, so this article was written yesterday. Next week is next week. So yeah, the beginning of October, let's say roundabout, okay? He also touted a drop in apprehensions along the U.S.-Mexico border. Okay, that's true. That's actually truly happening. As you can see, every time I go down to the border, at least on the east side of Arizona, me and Mr. Atomic have not seen anything. It's not because they're not happening. We were just, at a location on Saturday where there was 80-something people that crossed a couple days before. There is an area where the border wall literally just stops, boom, stops, and I could walk right around the border into Mexico. Easy as that, okay? So it is still happening. They're just not coming in droves like they did in spring. Why are they not coming in droves? Well, my theory is it's the heat. It really has nothing to do with Mexican police or Mexican military cracking down on their side. I really don't think so. I don't think so. Though they did. You can see videos of them cracking down on immigrants coming through the country, but I really don't think it has anything to do with that, because why? Immigrants make poor decisions and they'll still come anyway. I think it's because of the heat. The heat is unforgiving. And then at nighttime, the temperatures can drop to ridiculous numbers in the desert. People who are not from the desert don't think about this. People who have not lived on the border, usually, some of you do, but usually they don't think about that, okay? So extreme heat during the day, extreme cold at night. Believe it or not, right now on the border, there are some areas that get down to like the 40s at night right now. And even though it's still hot here in Phoenix, okay, here in Phoenix, we can still hit 100 right now. But some of these border cities are much cooler than Phoenix. Like sometimes 10, 15 degrees. This weekend we were in the 80s, Mr. Atomic? That's 20-degree difference than Phoenix. So imagine a temperature drop off of that, okay? It's going to get cooler at night. And I think as we get into fall, we're going to see another increase of migrants coming across the border. Now, that's just my theory, okay? I could be wrong. But this all started last fall, right? This has been going on forever. But the serious increase with that massive first caravan that started this whole chaos at the border, okay? It started in fall, and I really think that it's going to start again. So the next time I'm on the border, it's going to be back in Yuma, because I know for a fact that there are still groups and people coming across in Yuma on a more regular basis than the rest of Arizona. It is still a wide open area. So it's not like where we were this weekend where it's wall, 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 wall. Okay, we're going to stop right here at a mountain, and you can climb up the side of this mountain and down if you want and to the other side. But there are miles of no wall, okay? Miles, wide open, piece of cake. They literally drop you off on the Mexican side in a car, and then you across the border and hop that little barrier where I was in Yuma. Okay, so I'm going to drag Mr. Atomic down there again because I know for a fact we will get you footage of people crossing. So not just sharing with you what the wall looks like in various areas of Arizona, like the last two places that we were at, but you're going to see people. You will, because it's impossible for me to go down there and not get that. That's how often it happens in Yuma. Nobody's talking about it, though, because there's other things in the media right now, like impeachment inquiry. And the Democrats have something new every week to 2 weeks. Remember that? We talked about that, I think, in the last live stream and the live stream before that. Well, right now it's impeachment. So we're going to talk about that for like a week or two. And then there's going to be another topic. You guys, this is all the Democrats do. All they can do is talk about this problem with Trump, this problem with Trump, this problem with Trump, okay? Blame everything, whatever their topic is, on Trump. And then they literally do nothing. Nothing. If you're a Democrat and you're watching this, all right, tell me I'm lying. Convince me I'm wrong. I guarantee you can't. Why do I have that? Why am I clocking on my screen? Hopefully everything's, my connection's okay. I guarantee you can't come up with squat, okay? And do it. Go into Twitter, look at AOC, and go back every week to 2 weeks and watch the subject change every week to 2 weeks. And then tell me, did the current Democrats actually pull off something in regards to that? Did they accomplish something? The answer is no every time. And if you guys think I'm shitting you, after this live stream, go look at AOC's Twitter. And you're going to be like, holy shit balls, that girl is right. All right? And I think I'm going to have like a calendar right here somewhere where I literally write on it what the topic of the week is for Democrats and what they didn't do. Because why not? Okay? Okay, good. Everything. For a minute there, I thought maybe I was having connection issues. So you guys want to call in? You guys moderators, you can throw up the number. 480-216-6140. And I just spit again. David Orengo, you're one of those Democrats who doesn't, who clearly.
Build that wall. Build that wall. Build that wall. Build that.
Hi, this is Atomic News. Hello.
Yes, hello. This is
Special Agent such and such. Really? That's the best you can do? Alrighty. 480-216-6140. Like, this is some 16-year-old with like 2 pubes that sits like in his room and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna call Atomic News. It's so funny. Sad. So I want to know what you guys think about this whole impeachment inquiry. And let's see, what else do I have here? I know I have some more articles, but let's talk about climate change for a second, because that's like always, like every few weeks, that's the Democrat topic. All right. Because they have to recycle, because they have nothing. They have no cards to play. That's why they had to reuse the whole Kavanaugh thing. That was the last topic, just so you guys know. Like a week ago, it was let's bring up Kavanaugh again because we have nothing else. Let's bring up a year-old, issue that's really not an issue. And then now it's gone. And none of them are talking about Kavanaugh. None of them. Now they're all echoing each other, saying the same stuff. Oh, our lawless president, it's time to, impeach and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Give it 2 weeks. Give it a week or 2 weeks. What do you guys think the next BS Democrat topic is going to be? The distraction topic, because that's what it is. It's to distract and divide America. They're not going to do anything about it. Democrats cannot accomplish anything because they're too busy bickering about Trump. I want to know what you guys think the next topic is going to be. Either call in and let me know, or type it in the chat. I want to know what you guys think. What are they going to bring up next? Because this is going to get old real quick. And I just spit again. What is my problem tonight? I'm so angry. I spit. But let's talk about climate change because, AOC loves that one. Her Green New Deal. It's like, honey, they voted. They don't want the Green New Deal. It's not going to happen. It's like the movie Mean Girls, okay, when Gretchen Wiener kept wanting to bring the word fetch into fruitation. It's like, stop trying to make fetch a thing or whatever she said, okay? Stop bringing up the Green New Deal, honey. It's not going to happen. Nobody is that stupid to spend a goddamn multiple lifetime fortunes on your BS, okay? The Green's not deal, TKO says. All right, you guys, this article is from naturalnews.com. Never heard of them, but I've seen this come up a few times recently with different news sources.
Build that wall.
Atomic News. That's what I thought. So, NASA admits that climate change occurs because of changes in Earth's solar orbit and not because of SUVs and fossil fuels. Who's surprised by that? Please let me know. Anybody surprised by that? Because we've been in this cycle multiple times in the Earth. The Earth goes through these cycles. You guys just go look it up. It's science, okay? It's happened. We've had, whether it be the dinosaurs dying off or, various heating and cooling, massive heating and cooling of the Earth. It happens. It has nothing to do with us. Well, I mean, we may be helping a little bit, but it's going to happen anyway. Newsflash, it's nothing new. So, for more than 60 years, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, that's NASA for Democrats, in case you're a Democrat watching this and you didn't know what NASA stood for because you're too busy listening to AOC and the rest of the squad bullshitting you through life. NASA has known that the changes occurring to planetary weather patterns are completely natural and normal. But the space agency, for whatever reason, has chosen to let the man-made global warming hoax persist and spread, probably because somebody important is funding them, a Democrat maybe, to the detriment of human freedom. It was the year 1958, to be precise, when NASA first observed that changes in the solar orbit of the Earth, along with alterations to the Earth's axial tilt. Okay, for you Democrats watching, just think of your globe from 5th grade where it's tilted slightly. There's an axis. Yeah, okay. I'm just, trying to dumb it down for the Democrats watching. The axial tilt are both responsible for what climate scientists today have dubbed as warming or cooling, depending on their agenda. In no way, shape, or form are humans warming or cooling the planet by driving SUVs or eating beef, in other words. So now you guys have it. You learned this here on Atomic News. So, why is one of my coworkers texting me? I'll have to respond to her in a minute. Anyway, we're having text wars today, in a group chat at work. I mean, in a fun way. It's hilarious, actually. We're being so stupid. It's so funny though. But of course, another text would come through while I'm live streaming. So Tim says, beef, yes. Global warming because of beef, right? Because there are people that actually believe that. So I guess none of you guys want to call in tonight. That's okay. Sometimes you guys call off. The phone is ringing off the hook. Sometimes you guys are crickets, and that's okay. It takes, I know, a lot of guts to call in. I know some people get nervous, even though I don't bite. You know, it's the whole part of being live. It's like being in front of people, and I understand that. Hold on, let me approve this. It's I think Peter, it had to do with your fuka. I probably thought it was a different word. YouTube liberals. It's from my liberals. They're so sensitive on YouTube. You can't write FUK in here, apparently, and that's not my rules. That's YouTube. So, so I hope you guys enjoyed, you know, this information tonight. I'm probably going to do another live stream Saturday night, but probably later than the usual 8 o'clock time. It's probably going to be more like 9 o'clock because I work until 7. It takes me like 40 minutes to get home, and then I gotta like change and eat something real quick before I live stream, because you know people have to eat. And so I'm probably going to do another live stream then. And it'll probably be of the same nature, maybe something different. We'll see. But in the meantime, there's going to be uploads of video footage between now and then. So make sure that you stay tuned to this channel. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit that like button, and hit the bell icon. That way you're notified when I do post a video or do a live stream. So until then, I hope you guys have a great week, and peace out.